As the Omicron variant continues to spread, countries have started offering booster doses in order to build resistance against the infection. But Israel is now far ahead of the curve. Prime Minister Naftali Bennett announced on Sunday that the country will now be offering a fourth dose of the Covid-19 vaccine to people over 60 and the health workers.
Israel started preparing for Omicron early on. This bought us time, which we're using to our advantage. Last week, Israel began vaccinating its most vulnerable citizens with the fourth dose of the COVID vaccine. Tonight, I can announce that Israel will also begin administering the fourth vaccine to all Israelis aged 60 and above, as well as our wonderful medical workers, 4 months after they've received their last dose, following the approval of Israel's Ministry of Health.
This means Israel is offering a second booster shot to its vulnerable population, but Israel is right when it comes to taking this precaution. A leading health expert advising the government has predicted that 1 out of every 3 or 4 citizens will be infected with the Omicron variant over the next 3 weeks. The country is quickly running out of testing kits as well, as Israelis line up to get tested. Sources say this shortage has prompted the ministry to revise its COVID-19 testing guidelines. Daily infections in the country have increased from less than 1,000 cases 10 days ago to over 5,000 cases on Friday. Earlier, the Health Minister's Director General said that Israel could reach herd immunity as the infections mounted. Herd immunity is the point at which the population is protected from a virus either through vaccination or by people developing antibodies by contracting the infection. About 60% of its 9.4 million population fully vaccinated, almost all with the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. But hundreds of thousands of those eligible for a third inoculation have so far not taken it. While the Omicron variant has caused cases to surge across the world, deaths have not risen to the same degree. That this raises hope that the new variant is less lethal than the Delta variant. Our correspondent Jody Cohen has been tracking those updates. She has sent us this report from Tel Aviv. Take a look.
It's been predicted that as much as 1/3 of all Israelis could be infected with the Omicron variant in the next few weeks. With tests running out, the Israeli government is considering prioritizing COVID testing for those who are over 60 and showing signs of infection. It remains to be seen if the Omicron variant is milder than the Delta, which initial data seems to suggest it might be. This is Jody Cohen for WION World as One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.